This is the first song we've ever written together. This was our first one.
This was the first one, yes.
I Only Have Eyes for You is the first song we wrote together.
This was written in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Easy.
This one was so fast. I don't even think we had a name yet for our like duo. I don't think we were just like, we didn't know what it was going to be yet.
Yeah, we were just like, I've only got eyes for you. Let's go.
I remember this one was so fast, and then when we went to the second one was a lot harder, and it was like, what the heck? Because sometimes songs are just easy, and sometimes they are not. But this one was actually pretty easy.
You are so special, delicious like an apple. I'll meet you in the twilight and kiss you like the sun.
Your voice is music, your every word a love song, your touch a gentle ocean that breathes across the sand.
So, you are so special means you are so special. Delicious like an apple just rhymes with special. And it's something visual. It's kind of cool to think about, you know?
I remember specifically we were like, let's do visual lyrics on this one.
Yeah.
Because I think we actually were having a hard time coming up with verse lyrics. So we're like, let's just paint pictures.
I'll Meet You in the Twilight was something that kind of... It's a little special to me. It's kind of an homage to one of my favorite anime movies called Your Name, where, spoiler, they only see each other in the twilight. And twilight is a certain amount of time. It's like right after the sun has set, but the sun is still there. So you don't see the sun anymore, but it's still shining light. That's twilight.
It's like dusk.
Yeah, and it's like a beautiful moment they have. And I showed him that movie, and it's just like, I love how Twilight looks. I think it just looks so pretty. Not the movie, the actual Twilight in real life.
We do love Twilight.
But we do love Twilight. We watch it a lot.
Team Charlie.
And I'll kiss you like the sun, you know, just like how the sun like is always there and just like shining on you, and just like sun kissed, you know, and all visual lines.
So. Yeah, I think what's cool too is that like you can picture everything in the first verse, and even like apple. I couldn't decide if I hated that word or if I loved it. And I remember being like, I can't get the word apple out of my head. So we should just keep it because it's like, it's so specific sounding. I don't know, at least I thought so.
And I think of like the juicy red apple from the Twilight movie.
Made me think of Snow White. Oh. Like the apple that the wolf that the witch has.
Now I can't remember if it's a green apple or not. Anyways.
I don't know either.
What's your part?
Your voice is music. What are my lyrics?
Your voice is music. Your every word a love song.
Your every word a love song. Your touch a gentle ocean that breathes across the sand. Yeah. So it just once again, it's like visual, and that's, you know, when you're in love, it's like that person's voice is so sweet and calming and alluring. It's just like music. It's like every time they talk, every time they say your name.
John.
Just like that. Your every word is a love song. You know, it's like the simplest words from the person that you love just have so much more weight because that's who they're coming from, you know. Your touch, a gentle ocean, and once again though, just like visual though, you know, this whole song is like us just like painting pictures, and I also love the ocean. It's kind of like an obsession I have, and I love the imagery of I don't know. It's that breathes across the sand. I think it kind of sounds like I say breeze, but it's breathes, almost like as the like an inhale and an exhale of the tide coming in and out. And so once again, just wanted people to like picture that and how you equate beautiful scenery with like the person you love.
Yeah.
I've been blind, but now I've seen your face. My vision's been replaced. It can't go back to what it was before. You saved me from myself. Now I'm under your spell. I don't see no one else. My vision's been replaced. That might be different for you. I don't remember exactly what we talked about other than just like kind of the whole I've woken up thing. But I almost feel like for me now in hindsight, it's sort of like you maybe have this vision that just comes from who knows what, pop culture, Disney movies or whatever, of what the person you're going to be with is supposed to be like. Or maybe it's just like something from your own.
Yeah,
just kind of make it up maybe. And then when you meet the person, it's like that whole vision, at least in hindsight for me. And now I'm like, yeah, that makes like it was kind of replaced by something much better, like what I actually have now.
You also bring in a different perspective to like my life, and my vision has been replaced in a way where it's like I now try to see life through your eyes too. You know?
That's
And
good. I, Dr. Vaughn.
Anyway.
I like that though. I actually like that though too, because it's like, yeah, part of trying to understand you is trying to see the world through your eyes too.
Yeah, and so it's more just like, it's more than just vision. It's like my attitude about life, the world, people, love. It's all been replaced because it's just different now that you are in my life.
And now that it's real, it's like when you're not in love, you have these ideas about what it's like really going to be like, and then it happens, and you're like, oh, all of that fiction. Now this is canon. This is canon love. This is real. When you finally see that person that you love, it's like you wake up all of a sudden. Like it's like a veil has been lifted, you know. And I think that's how I felt, you know. It's like I can't go back to what it was before. It's like my life before.
Yeah, I can't go back.
My life before this person. It's like I can't. I don't want to. You saved me from myself. It's like I think that's
kind of self-explanatory. It's just like
you saved me from the worst parts about myself. You make me be better.
and same here. Yeah. And now I'm under his spell.
Because I'm a wizard. I'm a Gryffindor.
I'm
you're
a Hufflepuff.
I actually don't know what I am.
You're not a Gryffindor.
I've been told I would probably be a Slytherin, or just the janitor at the school. So I don't see no one else. It's just the same thing as the chorus.
Because he's the janitor. He doesn't see anyone.
I'm the janitor. I'm just in the basement all day, just scrubbing the basement. All I see is my dang cat, and my stepdad. Anyway, I only see you, and then the way that you move sends me to the moon. It's just like
I love
everything
astronomy.
You do actually love astronomy.
And so talking about the moon makes me excited.
'Cause I only have eyes, I only have eyes, I only have eyes for you. The way that you move sends me to the moon. My darling, I only have eyes for you. For you, ooh, ooh, ooh. I only have eyes for you. I only have eyes for you is the feeling of, well, I guess it's just a good way to say, a romantic way to say that you are committed to that person. You only see that person.
You've stopped looking for
way.
love in other places. You're only have eyes for that person.
And that's a really old-fashioned saying. I think there's some old, like really old jazz standards even of the same name and stuff. But I don't know where, I think this song was like an instrumental groove that I kind of came up with. I was just demoing something out. And I don't know where I got that phrase. I think I just thought it was really romantic. And I kind of love the idea of pulling things from kind of past eras and bringing them into the now, you know. And I only have eyes for you. It's like you just hear Sinatra singing that or something. But, you know, of course, what we did with it is more modern and stuff. But it's cool too because the chorus of that I was really struggling with, and then she came in to visit me one day, and I was just trying to show her. I was like, "Oh, look at this thing I've been working on," and she helped me like place the lyrics because I could not figure out. Like, I was like, "How do I tie in for you?" And I like didn't know what to do, and then you like helped me, and then we just sat there and like sang it 100
over
times
and over and over.
Because we were so just like, "Oh, that's
over.
so sweet," and we weren't even doing a project yet.
No,
it was
ButterflyTiger was not a thing.
No,
It was just a song.
just
John
a twinkle
started.
in our eye at that point.
Yeah.
You are my coffee, my friend when I am lonely. I'll never have another. You know my heart is yours.
The sun is setting, a watercolor painting, a
View that's so amazing, still can't compare to you. You are my coffee. I mean, it's like you are that thing that I want right when I wake up in the morning. It's like you're my comfort thing. My friend when I am lonely.
Well, we also really got into coffee.
It's true.
Together.
That's one of our things.
So it's kind of like symbolism of like.
We've got really into espresso. So when we say coffee, it's like her and I drink coffee every day together, basically. So it's like that is a special thing.
He makes me latte art.
I try.
Anyways, You're my coffee, my friend.
My friend, when I'm lonely, I'll never have another. You know my heart is yours. I mean, that's just gushing.
So
It's just
sweet.
romantic gushing.
It's so sweet and special, just like a red apple.
Just like an apple.
The sun is setting. I love sunsets as well. Like my favorite color, pink, is sunset pink. Anyway, so another imagery thing right there. Sun is setting. Watercolor painting.
That's like the whole song. We're just like talking about pretty
just
stuff and how
pretty things and how it basically relates to finding like your person and just how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
But I also was watercolor painting at that time.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh, it has to be a watercolor painting.
Isn't it watercolor painting? A view that's so amazing still can't compare to you. So it's like
all these beautiful views, all these beautiful imageries, but it's not as beautiful as you, as your heart, your mind, your soul.
Because that's how it is when you're in love. It's like, dang, the best thing in the world is still just not, it just doesn't measure up.
That's it.
Well, that's it for the lyrics.
Yeah.
Another thing with this song though, so we had the whole song on the same chord progression for a while, which is the chord progression that was in the chorus, and it was not going anywhere. We couldn't figure out verse lyrics and stuff, and I think it was just because it was too monotonous. It just was the same thing. And so then finally, I remember what kind of pushed us through that like wall that was there, like the block was. I went to the 2-5-1 progression, which is what we ended up going with. It's like D minor, G, C. And that progression is just it's such a popular progression, but it just evokes so much melody and stuff. And I remember when we were working on it and I tried that and it was like, oh, that's way better. And then it makes the switch back into the pre-chorus and chorus like just way more fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we love reggaeton music, so we wanted to do a song that had like a reggaeton vibe. There's some like cool Drake songs that he released in the past that we got some inspiration from too. So
a little bit of Maluma. Like him.
Maluma.
The solo in the song that I did was originally like this like shredding thing that I did, and I think I was the only one that liked that, so I changed it to like.
Wait, how did it go?
The original solo, it was just like it was like.
Oh, it was very like flamenco-y.
It was well in the demo it was acoustic, so it was very flamenco-y.
Yeah, and I liked that one.
Yeah, and it was nice. And then when we actually went in to record the song, it turned into like a rock guitar solo.
Oh,
and I thought that was really cool.
Oh,
but you didn't think it was cool.
It just sounded different.
Ben didn't think it was. I think Ben liked it, but he was laughing at it. And so then I ended up taking the first verse melody and making it into a guitar solo. And it kind of reminds me of Miami Nights. Is that Bobby Caldwell? I don't know. Anyway, it gives me that vibe a little bit. But yeah. The way that you move sends me to the moon. My darling, I only have eyes for you. That is Only Have Eyes for You. You, actually.